We have two boxers who were born as women, who have been raised as women, and who have competed as women for many years, said Thomas Bach. VILLEPINTE, France. Algerian welterweight Imane Khelif, supported by a large cheering crowd, defeated Hungarian Anna Luca Hamori by unanimous decision on Saturday, securing an Olympic medal. Her victory came just hours after International Olympic Committee President Thomas Bach defended the decision to allow her and fellow boxer Lin Yu-ting to compete, stating that concerns about their gender identity are totally unacceptable. With Khelif's latest win, she is assured of at least a bronze medal. I dedicate this medal to the world and to all Arabs, and I say, long live Algeria, she told reporters in a fervent moment after the match. She seemed to struggle with tears as an Algerian flag draped over her shoulders during her speech. I want to tell the whole world that I am a woman, and I will remain a woman, she declared. During her fight on Saturday, Khelif seemed to have a substantial cheering section chanting her name, Imane, 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 and waving Algerian flags. Each of the 3 rounds was scored by 5 judges, with all but one scoring each round 10-9 in favor of Khelif. One judge gave the second round a score of 10-8 for the Algerian. Hamori had boasted that she wasn't afraid of Khelif and fueled allegations that the Algerian was not a woman. However, at the end of the match, it seemed that the combatants exchanged pleasantries with each other and with their corners. Before the match, Bach vigorously defended the inclusion of Khelif and Yu-ting in the Olympics and condemned the opposition as hate speech. Bach said, "We have two boxers who were born as women, who have been raised as women, who have passports as women, and who have competed for many years as women." Questions about Yu-ting's and Khelif's gender identity emerged after it was disclosed that they had been disqualified from competing with women at a global event last year. However, they were later approved by the IOC to compete in the women's 66-kilogram and women's 57-kilogram categories at the Paris Games. The controversy intensified on Thursday when Angela Carini of Italy withdrew just 46 seconds into her bout against Khelif, granting an automatic victory to the Algerian boxer. Carini halted the fight after a brief exchange of punches and declined to shake Khelif's hand. The 25-year-old Carini collapsed to the floor in tears. Bach said there was never any doubt about Yu-ting and Khelif being women. Both boxers have always competed in women's divisions, and there's no indication that they identify as transgender or intersex, the latter referring to people born with sex characteristics that do not fit strictly into the male-female gender binary. What we see now is that some want to own the definition of who is a woman, Bach said, adding, "All this hate speech, aggression, and abuse is totally unacceptable." At a boxing event last year, athletes failed to meet gender eligibility tests at the Women's World Boxing Championships in New Delhi, as determined by the International Boxing Association. Both athletes were disqualified after officials stated they failed an unspecified test due to allegedly having male chromosomes. The IAB, led by President Umar Kremlev of Russia, an associate of President Vladimir Putin, claimed the fighters had failed certain eligibility tests. This decision followed shortly after Khelif defeated the previously undefeated Russian boxer Azalia Amineva. The legitimacy of the IAB has been challenged, with USA Boxing severing its ties with the organization last year due to ongoing failures of IBA leadership. Khelif, 25, who competed in the Tokyo Olympics, has claimed her disqualification was part of a conspiracy. Her father, Imane Khelif, has denounced the attacks on her as immoral, stating recently to Reuters, "It is not fair." He mentioned that his daughter has loved sports since she was a child and used to play football. Imane Khelif stressed that she was born female. "She has made us proud many times, honored our country and our flag on numerous occasions, and consistently brought us joy with her results," he said. These critics aim to undermine her and cause her to fail in the wrestling ring, but she is a champion and will remain a champion. Carini stated after her loss on Thursday that she had to end the match due to severe pain in her nose. She mentioned that she was not qualified to decide whether Khelif should be permitted to compete. Others, including Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling, who has frequently faced criticism for her anti-trans comments, quickly condemned the match and the IOC's decision. A young female boxer has just had everything she's worked and trained for taken away because you allowed a male to enter the ring with her, Rowling wrote, sharing a video of an IOC official discussing the committee's mental health and safeguarding initiatives. "You're a disgrace. Your safeguarding measures are a joke, and Paris 24 will be forever marred by the brutal injustice inflicted upon Carini," Rowling added. Former President Donald Trump posted on his social media site, Truth Social, in all caps, "I will keep men out of women's sports." Others rallied in defense of Khelif and celebrated her victory. "I strongly condemn the baseless attacks on our athlete, Imane Khelif, by certain foreign outlets," Abdurrahman Hamad, Algeria's Minister of Youth and Sports, posted on X. He denounced questions about her gender identity as cowardly attempts to tarnish her reputation. Ismail Benasher, a soccer player for both the Algerian national team and the club AC Milan, stated that he fully supports Khelif. He said on X, "Her presence at the Olympic Games is simply the result of her talent and hard work." Khelif acknowledged her supporters by posting an Instagram drawing of Algerians, both men and women, rallying to her side. On Saturday, the crowd chanted "Imane, Imane, Imane," and waved Algerian flags as Khelif battled her determined opponent. People tried to disqualify Imane without any reason or justification. "She was born female, and she will die female," said Taha Undruis, a 41-year-old physician from Paris. "If you cannot prove that she is male, then you should be silent and leave her alone," Undruis added. The Algerian fans claim that Khelif has been mistreated. "She has competed before without any issues," said Monchef Magoubi, a 35-year-old ear, nose, and throat doctor. "She is a real woman. She has never changed her gender or orientation," Magoubi stated. "Her father has shown photos of her as a child. She has always been female." The National Black Justice Coalition, a civil rights organization dedicated to protecting Black LGBTQ individuals, expressed its support for Khelif. Simply put, Imane Khelif and the other athletes being targeted met the criteria to compete in the Olympics. They deserve to compete just as much as every other athlete who has trained, prepared, and qualified for this major opportunity in their sport. However, this chance is now overshadowed by internet trolls and zealots consumed with ignorance and a disregard for how weaponized hate can threaten one's livelihood and life, the organization stated in a statement.